Shalom, all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the Akim that are teaching this word. Shalom, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. And as you can see here, it says, I pranked America's most racist man. So this is, just some, a so-called comedy channel on a YouTube, but the lad that runs the comedy channel goes and pranks this KKK leader in America pretty much. I believe it's in Arkansas. And pretty much, this devil basically, goes into why, they want to rule again, basically. They want America to be ruled by the majority, so-called white people, basically. They want it to be basically like make America great again, that make America great again spirit, which in that time when America was at its peak, Negroes were in slavery, man. They want that spirit back, basically. All right. But it's just funny that he mentions these points and, it just made me think of some scriptures and the fact that these so-called white people are hypocrites, man. All right. And they have a dying hatred for Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Not a dying hatred, a burning hatred, Salakia, a burning hatred for Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. But you Negroes and Hispanics, you're not awake, man. You still worship these devils, man. But they're even down to the lowest Edomite, Edomite with no wealth or nothing in this society, in his kingdom. Even in their brains, they basically want to see you destroyed, man. From the richest of them to the lowest of them, man.
Yeah, no, fair enough. What do you think of the people who say that you're racist?
What do you mean by a racist?
Someone who doesn't like black people or has prejudices towards black people.
Even those words don't... What are the...
See, even with that, according to the Bible, being racist, there's nothing wrong with it. It's biblical, man. The Lord separated the nations. Every nation, basically, sticks to their own kind, man. That's biblical. But you see, where in this Edomite rulership, Esau has, confused our people, confused Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, man. All right? Taught us which is the curses, but he taught us to hate ourselves, but then love them. Whereas, meaning love these so-called white people, but they hate our guts, man. As well as the other nations. They all hate the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. Why? Because we're the Israelites, man. But racism is biblical. It's good to be racist. It means you're for your own kind.
Own words to me. I've got prejudice. Of course I do. Everybody has prejudice.
Sorry, was that a dumb question?
I mean, I prefer being around white people. I'm sorry. That's the way it is,
Oh, no, but like I'm like a supporter of you, so including me, like you prefer being around white people.
I'll be your friend, but you're not going to come over to my house for a barbecue.
Oh, you wouldn't invite me?
No.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, yeah, makes sense. And is that because of color?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a separatist. I preserve my own people. And
he made the point. He said, I'm a separatist. I preserve my own people. Which there's nothing wrong with that. But it's like a Game of Thrones. Pretty much, they're on top right now, man. And, what we teach is that our Lord Yahweh Shai, which is a so-called Negro, he's going to come and take these Edomites out of power, man. All right? From the lowest of them to the top international bankers, the Lord's going to take them out of power. But, this is just a clip. It just made me think, these Edomites are just, devils, man.
No, I'm not offended by a black person who says, hey, I prefer being around my black brothers. Fine, I understand that. I prefer being around my family than some strange family.
Me personally, as a fan of you, I'm not trying to portray the KKK as racist because I've never seen anything racist by the KKK.
It goes back to the idea of what is a racist. If a racist is someone who hates black people and wants to do them harm or something like that, then obviously.
Which is him, because if you go into he's like a politician now, but if you go into the so-called politician trying to run for parties and stuff like that, or run to be, run to basically get into the politics, that's what all these, KKK members and stuff like that do. But even the highest up people in politics were all involved in slavery, man. When you go, even the British Parliament, most of the British Parliament, the main names, their families own plantations, man. So they are essentially KKK, man. But it's just funny because, he said
I have no desire to. I have no desire to.
Which they do. They want. He said, "I have no desire to harm so-called black people." But this is what I wanted to say. Basically, the KKK, their history is, what is the KKK about, man? The KKK is a group of so-called white people that basically their thing is to subdue, so-called Negroes, basically, or keep us up in an oppressed state, man. Burning crosses, killing so-called black people. This was post, look up the KKK, man. Post-slavery, they murdered a lot of so-called Negroes, man. All right, killed a lot of children, killed a lot of babies, destroyed families, man. Even Malcolm X, when you go into his history, his autobiography, his father, they had the town where he was growing up in, they had issues with the KKK, man, and his father was murdered by them, But then the whole, it was never, no one ever came to justice for that. But Malcolm X, his father was murdered by the KKK, man. So their roots lie in what? Oppressing and killing so-called Negroes, which are the Israelites, man. And that's never going to change, man. And see, Esau will continue to kill us until Yahweh Shai comes.
See misfortune come to a black child. Yeah. I have no desire for that. I feel compassion for a young black mother whose child get caught up in the drugs or gets shot by a drive-by shooting. I feel as much compassion for them. I got to qualify that. I probably feel more compassion for a white child. I just have to say that. I believe that the black people in this country would be much better off if somebody like me was running things than the liberal crackpots that we got in Washington, D.C. today.
Why has there never been like a KKK party?
He said someone like him running things. So that's that makeup, which what? Meaning they'll just put us back into slavery. See, we're already in slavery. We're already in captivity anyway. But if these low-level so-called white people, their thing is to put us back into them physical chains again, like that, like how we came to America, which we're already in chains anyway, man. We're being, the elites have the control of this world. The elites have control of this world. International bankers, man, we're under them. But what it is that the peon crackers now, they don't have the power that they once had, man, and they're upset. And even these elites, their power is waning, man, on the earth, man. But it's just funny, I just saw that. I said, man, but you see the history of the KKK and their history, their roots are deep lying in slavery, man. Deep rooted in lynchings, in post-slavery murders, and the oppression of so-called black people, man, in America. So, which are the Israelites. This is Daniel 4:17. It says, "This matters by the decree of the watchers and a demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men." Yeah, so the fact that these devils have had the power on the earth, which when I say devils, I'm talking about the so-called white men, which are the Edomites. The fact that they've had the power on the earth is because the Lord give them that power, man. All right. Because even that demon, that KKK demon, he just said if he gets the political power, he gets a seat of authority, the black people wouldn't be killing each other, and all the things that go on among the so-called Negro community in America, which is set up by the devil anyway. How's our enemy gonna get into the rulership and help us, man? That if he got the seat, they'll be, what will be going down. They'll want to put you back into them chains, man. Make America great again, spirit, man. But it ain't gonna be great, man. You going down, man. So it says, but the point is, it says, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basis of men. So the Lord set these devils up, man, and they are the basis of men. These so-called white people, man, I don't care how elegant they sound or elegant they talk. They're base people, man. They're a base race of people, man. And the Lord give them the power, over us, man. That's why we're in the conditions that we're in, but it's going to change, man. All right, they're going to be taken out of that power, man. The Lord's going to take them out of that seat. All right. So this is I want to read this here. Habakkuk 2:15. It says, Habakkuk 2:15, Salakia. It says, Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Yeah, because he mentioned, that devil mentioned, oh, if he gets the power, there'll be no, the community where there'll be no drive-by shootings. There'll be, because that's what these devils always like to say. Oh, look at them animals, they kill each other. Look at this, they do that. But then they're putting that in our community, man. They put the drugs in our community. They put no Negro has a gun making factory in the communities, man. Where did these weapons come from? Coming from all these countries in Europe and in America, wherever the hell these things are, these guns are from. They're blessing the so-called white man. But the scripture says, woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink. So that drink represents what? Like basically making us drunk with his philosophies, with his poisons, with the drugs, and that put us that bottle to him and make us him drunk. Yeah, you put these things in our communities to destroy us. All right. It says, and make us him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness. Yeah, but then after you look upon our nakedness, meaning you look upon our shame, man. You see if we had the power, these blacks wouldn't be killing each other. No, but it'll be, the situation would be even worse, man. If devils low level, imagine what's happening with us what's happening with Jake now in this world, and a low level devil like that getting power. They'll put them shackles straight back on Jake, man. That's the mentality of them low level crackers. All right. But the funny thing is, their own elites, the international bankers, have a low level devil like that. He's in slavery under them, man. He just don't know the full understanding of what's going on. But the point is, I want to read this. It says that these devils, they make us drunk, meaning they poison the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American neighborhoods with these things that are killing us, and then they point the finger, man. All right. And then verse 16, it says, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be seen on thy glory. Exactly. And that meaning, you devils, man, shameful spewing shall be seen on your glory. Because what's your glory? This kingdom. And how did you get this kingdom? You got it through oppressing us, man. Oppressing so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native American people. Raping, robbing, murdering, thievery. This is how you got all your kingdom, man. So that shameful spewing is being seen on you, man. All right. And it says, the cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. And that cup of the Lord's right hand represents slavery, because slavery is coming back. And the new slaves is going to be you so-called white people, you Edomites. All right. Low-level devils like that KKK dude. All right. Police officer crackers, politician crackers, Edomites, shall I say. Whoever, international bankers, the top level of you to the lowest of you are going into slavery. That's the cup of the Lord's right hand. All right. And that's the days we're entering, which is by the return of Yahweh Shai. The cup of the Lord's right hand is that captivity that you're going to be put in, man. You're going to be put in slavery. That's the cup of the Lord's right hand. All right. And that shameful spewing is being seen upon these devils, man. Because everyone knows how you got what you have, man. And even the KKK, all right, now these people posing as trying to get up into politics or whatever the case may be, or they are in politics, but their history is deep lying, and they got their right idea. They want an all white world, basically. They want to be the ones ruling forever, basically. Fair enough. That's cool, man, because that's how you're meant to think. Every kingdom, every people should think like that. Basically, you want your people to be on top, and that's how we are. Us brothers in the faith, we want the Israelites back on top, which we're gonna get that through Yahweh Shai, But we still got to teach what's happening, man. 2/3 of our people, they don't want that. They're asleep, man. These devils plot and plan to kill us every day, but then 2/3 of our people, they still want to love these people, man. These Edomites, these other nations, but they hate us, But that, what I was gonna say is that this KKK, really, all these devils are the premise of the KKK, so-called racist groups or whatever. All these Edomites think the same, man. An Edomite don't have to be in the KKK to have that mentality. They all think the same. They all have a deep hatred for so-called blacks, Hispanics, Native Americans, man. All right? Biden shows you that all the time. You might as well put a white cloak on Biden. You know? All these devils think the same way, man. All right? So this is Zechariah 11:5. It says, whose possessors slay them and hold themselves not guilty, and they that sell them, say, blessed be the Lord, for I am rich, and their own shepherds pity them not. All right? Yeah, who's our possessors? These so-called white people, man. All right? And it says they slay us and they hold themselves not guilty. Yeah, they hold them. It's not our fault that these Negroes are in the ghettos killing each other. You know, that we give them poor housing. You know, we don't help them in society. It's not our fault, but we're in your hands, man. You possess us, all right. But then on the flip side, you say it's not basically, why can't they get their act together? But we're in your kingdom, man. You're setting these plans and structures to keep us destroyed, but then you hold yourself not guilty, man. You've put us in slavery, stripped us from our information of who we were for all these hundreds of years, which we're coming back to that now, you know, and then you say, you know, you hold yourself not guilty as if you've done nothing, man. That's all these Edomites, man. All right? But you're going to be judged. You're going to get your judgment, man. All right? You so-called white people, you go and get your judgment, man. This is, I wanted to read this here. This is, Salakia. This is, Salakia. Let me read this here. This is, Galatians 6 verse 7. It says, be not deceived. The Lord is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Exactly. And what have you Edomites, you know, what have you sowed on the earth, man? You've sowed seeds of evil, man. All right, from your beginnings, all right, from your beginnings of stepping foot into America, from the beginning of coming out of your sentencing period, the Middle Ages, from the start of that, all right. We're even going way back to the Roman Empire, to the Greek Empire. You've sown seeds of evil on the earth, man. All right, you're a race of destroyers. You're the murderers. You're the wicked. So you've done nothing but wickedness, man. So that's why the Lord said, be not deceived. The Lord is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. And that's what you've sown. You devils have sown rape, rob, and murder. And you're going to get the same back. You've enslaved people. You've enslaved us. You're going to get that back. See, we're living in the end of an age, man. The age of the Edomites. All right? You're going into slavery now. Everything that happened unto us is going to happen unto you double, man. In the kingdom of the Lord, all right? So this is what we're waiting for. So this is prophecy. This is Revelation 13:9. Revelation 13:9, it says, if any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. All right. And that's our faith, basically. All right. Us brothers in the truth, our faith is that you got in slavery. You killed us with the sword. You're going to be killed with the sword, man. All right. You led us into slavery. You put us on them, as we always say, them filthy, stinking cargo slave ships from one end of the world to the other. You're going to be putting slave ships from one end of the world to the other, to all over the world. You're going to build up our world, man, when your society is destroyed by them nuclear missiles, man. All right. And that's what we're looking for. That's our faith. Like the scripture says here, it says, he that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and the faith of the saints. And that's what we're waiting for, man. All right. But I mean, I just wanted to just read some of them scriptures based off of that. You know, I watched that video and it's just funny because the dude goes to that town and, you know, gets to meet that KKK leader. And he just, you know, he says some stuff basically that made me think, man. You know, these devils got to get taken out of, these maniacs, you know, have to get taken out of power, man. And I'm sure that devil there, he's had his hand in lynching Negroes, you know, because lynchings weren't that long ago. That was post-slavery. Let's say the 1900s was profound for lynchings in America. You know, devils like that and his family line, man. So anyway, with that, I'm going to say all praises unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the Akim that are teaching this word. Shalom Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakah Kodash. Shalom, shalom.